Hey guys, so season 2 of The Last of Us, episode 1, out now, streaming. I am actually recording this a couple weeks before you're watching this right now, because I was given a screener ahead of the press conference, which I have videos up from. It was an incredible experience. But I want to talk to you about the stuff that goes down in this episode, because and this is going to be filled with spoilers, guys, so fair warning if you have not watched this episode yet. Come back later, because we're going to recap, we're going to talk, we're going to discuss, and I want you guys to get down in the comments so we can talk more as well. But let me tell you, it was so good to be back, right? I was so happy to be back. I love that they picked up exactly where they left off and then jumped the 5 years forward. I think that was a brilliant move. That was very smart. Now, as someone who has played the games, as someone who has bawled while playing The Last of Us Part 2, I was dreading this episode. I was thinking the big thing that happens, which we'll get into in a few minutes, the big thing that happens so early on in the game that I was like, are we going to get this in episode 1? We didn't, but I was dreading it almost all the way through. When it got to the point when we had like 15 minutes left, I was like, oh no, okay. They're not doing it this episode. They're not. They're giving us a minute, which I think is very, very smart, because I think it's going to hurt even more when it happens next episode because of where things left off this episode. But we'll get there in a second. So I think it was really extremely smart for us to have time with Joel and Catherine O'Hara's character, which we don't really know a lot about this. I mean, it's funny that he's like going to therapy. This is stuff that we did not get in the game, but I think is very smart because it gives us, kind of lets us into the mindset of Joel a little bit more. And it allows us to witness that as viewers. It's very different when you're playing a game. This time we really get to see inside his head, and he has that conversation with Catherine O'Hara, which I think is perfect. I really, really enjoy that. I'm excited to see if she sticks around the whole season. Does she just is she here for this moment? Is she going to help Ellie through stuff? Because she shouldn't, because of the journey that Ellie's about to go on. But I did love that we got a couple of key scenes from the game. Of course, the dance. Exactly what happened there. I really, really loved it. I was very excited to see the kiss come to fruition. Knowing where that goes later on, it's exciting, and it's also sad at the same time. There's a lot of feelings surrounding this, but I will say I love Isabella Merced, and I do think she's a great choice for Dina. Very, very thrilled with her and her performance so far. She's a lot of fun. I love the relationship between her and Ellie. I really, really enjoyed that. Of course, I love seeing Joel step up and come to her rescue, so to speak. But coming in there, this ain't cool, dude. I love that he did that. And again, ripped from the games. Very, very excited about that. Something else that we don't really have in the game, if I remember correctly, is this new breed of clicker. Maybe we kind of do, but getting to see that, I felt like we don't have one of those where this one was smart and it was hiding and they're evolving, and knowing that we have a season 3 coming is very interesting, because I wonder how things are going to evolve and change and what exactly we are going to get in season 2. That very much felt weird to me, not in a bad way. I'm excited. I really liked that moment between Ellie and that clicker, that infected, whatever you want to call him. And of course, she's bit again. It's not going to matter, but she's trying to hide it because the girl is reckless, though. Just because she's immune doesn't mean she needs to be so crazy reckless, but that's how she is in the game, so it is what it is. Also, a little bit of a change here is we introduce Caitlin Devers' Abby pretty immediately, and we learn her relationship to where she's going. We don't have the specifics as to why she's gonna do what she's gonna do, which those who play the game know, and I'll get to that in a second. But this is early. Her connection to the Fireflies, we didn't know, because playing the game, you start to play as her, and you become invested in her, and I think this becomes a way to be let in and know more about her. Again, you're not playing these characters, so they have to bring something to the screen to make you relate to them and want to like them. She wants to kill Joel. We know why, players of the game. We know exactly the real details of why, and I don't know when that will be revealed and I don't know when. I think next episode is when she is gonna, guys, spoilers for the game, spoilers for obviously what's gonna happen, okay? Fair warning. If you don't know, which I know that people who haven't even played the game know, but Abby's about to kill Joel. And this is going to be intense. And it is not a quick kill. It is brutal. It is difficult. Bella Ramsey said when they were reading the script that there was one that made them cry. And I'm certain that it is episode 2. I feel like where we left off, this has to happen in the next episode. Or else, what is the point of this? I don't think they can push it much later than episode 2. I really think it has to. Even if it's the end of episode 2, I think it truly has to happen. So, I'm not looking forward to it, but we got to get there. And then that's going to set Ellie on the course of the rest of the season, of course, which we know. I'm curious how, the first season was very closely followed the first game. And I'm curious what's going to happen with this one. If it's going to feel that way, if it's going to continue on, is it going to get to the end point? I don't know. We have the guitar. I teared up just seeing the guitar. We have that moment where Ellie walks by and looks at Joel on the front porch. And we know as the gamers, that is the last conversation that they have. So I'm curious when we're going to get that because she walked right by him. So, and yeah, we get a flashback later, but like, does she come back out and talk to him? We need to know because that conversation is very key, very important. I'm sure we are going to get it. I'm sure we're going to get it as a flashback at some point. But will it be this season? Will it be next season? I don't know. There's so much, because they are willing to change and evolve things, I'm just not sure where, exactly how it's going to go and exactly what it's going to follow. But I'm very excited. I'm very happy to be back. This is bold. This is big. We know they're going to do it. They have to do it. Just how is it all going to play out? I don't know. But I tell you what, I loved this episode. I was thrilled. You guys let me know your thoughts. Let's start talking and trying to figure out what we think is going to happen when. I don't see Joel making it past next episode. I really don't. I'm shocked they didn't do it this episode. I'm thankful, but I just know it's going to hurt. I know it's coming, so it's going to hurt when it happens. But yeah, that's my thoughts. It's I know they're like spoilers, but they're not really spoilers because the game's been out for years and years, guys. So I did give a warning. Don't come at me. I'm going to put it in the title too. But yeah, the first episode is streaming. And oof, buddy, I am so nervous. and very not much looking forward to next week. But yeah, let's discuss in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you guys can check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks. I'll see you next time.